Now, you have a problem, don't you? And it really is this, that Hillary Clinton loses out on the economic question to Donald Trump. And the economy is becoming a more important issue.
I think it's just one of many issues. But my sense is that Donald Trump is uniquely unqualified to run the country, and I think that he boasts of being able to make certain economic achievements, which in the reality of politics in the United States will never happen.
And what is your, in terms of his economic message, Donald Trump fails to capitalize on this clear lead that he has on that issue by distracting himself with other issues.
I do think Donald's made a lot of mistakes, especially with his language, his actions. But I think if we're going to change this country, we need to get the professional politicians out of the way, and we got to start new. And we've got to get away from the far left and the far right running this country.
You keep saying that. I've heard this again and again. Get the professional politicians out. Now, what's your business?
I finance commercial real estate.
Now, you wouldn't want an amateur coming in and saying, oh, I think we should finance this and I think we should finance that. Oh, and by the way, let's finance something else. But I've really never done this before.
Well, I do want somebody that's been in business, and Donald Trump has run companies.
He's also had 4 bankruptcies.
He has, but at least he's run business, had employees. Hillary hasn't. She's been a professional politician for years, except she's done a good job growing the Clinton Foundation.
He has a point. Your candidate has a serious transparency issue.
She certainly has the issue. I'm not sure it's warranted. She and her husband were attacked back during the Clinton administration at a point in time when the economy was booming, at a point in time we had a balanced budget. We were not at war with anybody, and I think it's the partisan nature of politics that makes that an issue today, less so than the reality.
You're both businessmen of one description or another in the real estate business. Now, real estate is crucially important here in Miami. Over the 30 years that I've been coming here, and longer, I'm sure you gentlemen have seen this grow. What is it that Southern Florida, because it looks at life differently, what do you want in Southern Florida?
I think the continued growth that we're having, what we're seeing in Florida in general is people that are being taxed at other states, New York, Chicago. They're moving to Florida in rapid numbers, and we're welcoming them in South Florida. Jeff, I know, has built a lot of projects, and he welcomes more people in South Florida.
Why do you think Donald Trump is now eking a small gain in Florida? And that must be worrying for you if it translates to the rest of the country, of the swing states.
Well, Donald Trump cannot win unless he wins Florida.
He may win Florida.
He may lose Florida. I suspect he's going to lose Florida, but I'm sure it would be of concern to the Clinton campaign were he to be leading in the polls. Although I don't know that the polls today are anything other than misleading.
I would not believe the polls, because I don't think anyone that's voting for Trump is telling anybody they're voting for Trump.
You think so? Gentlemen, you've known each other a year or two.
Many, many years.
You're a Democrat, you're a Republican. Will you be able, after this election, to get together and have a drink and bury the hatchet of this bitter election?
I think we're not going to limit it to one drink.
I think it'll be a couple drinks, but if Hillary does win, I'm counting she's like Bill and goes to the center.
and we won't even get onto who's going to pay for the drinks.
On me.
So, oh!
Of course, he's a Democrat.
I'm not going there. Gentlemen, good to see you.